Consider refraining from the fidget of the widget. Is it doing it? It is doing it. It's totally doing it.
I saw something you did I really
Can you
liked.
turn the computer around? So I don't see it.
Oh, so you don't?
Yeah, thank you. Hi, welcome. We're
There's
getting
something you did
situated.
I really liked on that I watched on YouTube, so I can't remember what it is though.
There's what?
Something I really liked that you did on YouTube.
Oh, I wonder what it was.
I know, I was shocked. No.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Sad Song Loves. We are live and direct from Colorado, from the Rocky Mountains, the foothills, if you will. Hmm.
I'm going, and I'm also thinking about bringing my to.
The veil is thin. I wonder what's going on in the chart. All kinds of very interesting things happening.
Mercury retrograde
Oh, I love that so much.
on the night.
On the 9th it started. It's so much fun. Yay. Bodhi, do you have headphones? Let the Mercury retrograde all the way through. There's Mercury retrograde. There's not Mercury retrograde. There's planets. There's no planets. There's Christmas tree, Buddha, inner Buddha, outer Buddha. And there's no Christmas tree, inner Buddha, outer Buddha. There's satsang, there's no satsang. Beloveds, try that in your life experience. Anything that's happening, anything that's going on.
It's not.
And it's nothing's going on.
It's funny.
It's so funny. Have you noticed how funny this whole thing is? Oh, absolutely ridiculous. And what a joy to stop. And even with all the funny and all the ridiculousness and all the Mercury and all the retrogrades, the option to notice the stillness that's still here, the silence that's still here, the ease that's still here, the peace that is absolutely here, including all experience, all flavors of experience, all flavors of life, all flavors of phenomena, all moods, all weathers, all the wondrous exaltations, forever exalting freedom that come and go. and that forever announce this that doesn't come or go. None of the absurdity and obstruction to this, none of the hilarity, none of the horrors, none of the experiences, the sensations, the thoughts, the feelings, the interpretations, none of it big enough, loud enough, dark enough, deep enough, sick enough, heavy enough to ever interrupt this. In fact, it just forever exalts this, inseparable from this playing. I don't know if it was Einstein or I think it was Einstein said something along the lines of creativity is intelligence having fun. Phenomena, freedom having fun. Freedom ever more delighted with its own splendor. And it's a lucky life when we can come together and just notice and just tell the truth. So many beloveds on the planet, which in this moment I can't know if it's absolutely true. That may have completely shifted by now. But for the sake of language and time and permission slips, we'll explore the notion that some beloveds on the planet have yet to notice this silent, aware stability, have yet to notice that abundance is only this moment, that freedom is only this moment, that love is only this moment, that joy is only this moment, that peace is only this moment. Personal peace, universal peace. All those words become meaningless in the stark realization, in the instinctual recognition of this immediacy, of this vibrant, clear, wild, untamed, aliveness. That is you. That is your nature. So for a moment, feel into being the sun of suns, of suns, of suns, and every light ray, every ray of that sun, every which direction, singing in the language of shine and brightness and brilliance. All of it, you. Everyone you've ever met, you. Every place you've ever been, you. Anything you've ever imagined or dreamed, you. Any experience you've ever had, you. Any being, any guide, any ancestor, you. I remember so much fun coming back from Peru, blown wide open, and going to school. I was going to an energy medicine school, and they were talking about past lives. And so it was so much fun to learn about all these concepts that I've never really thought about before, or put energy on, or and then to meet them from the space of this inseparability and this wholeness of being. Just curious, like how does this measure up? How does this idea of past lives, which Sounds like a lot. Sounds like a lot of thought. All these identities, all this time, all this cause and effect, all this, all these stories. Wondrous. And at that time, as a 20-year-old, I was so curious. How does this? And I just kind of like held it and just wanted like a direct experience of how they meet. And then I forgot about it and was folding clothes, doing laundry, putting clothes away in the closet. And I went to my closet and I had one of those lights in this apartment when you go like this, tick, you pull the string to turn on the light in the closet. And I pulled that string and then I my body just went back against the wall because I immediately had this moment where I was just shown. It was like a deck of cards, a deck of infinite cards going, and each one of those was a lifetime. And I was just shown that everyone I've ever met is me in my lifetime. That my mother was me in my lifetime. That my father was me in my lifetime. That every lifetime is but this one life experiencing itself, this one consciousness here with itself, and that it was all happening in this very instant, in this moment. Jim said.
Yeah, one of those moments.
One of those moments. He meant the microphone. The
I
microphone.
got it now.
And Lily went. Ah.
What exactly did that bring up?
Did you want to share something, Jim?
I forgot.
Well, it's in the atmosphere, so. And then it's so exciting. And then this moves into like spaces where there's permission slips, using phenomena as a permission slip of wholeness. So when I say permission slip as a concession, as an opportunity to just recognize the endless discovery of oneself and the forever deepening poetry of the embrace that is this infinite love with itself. And so it's really sweet that we have these permission slips like timelines. You're familiar with the concept of timelines? There's timelines viewed through the lens. Timeline is like that there's this moment and then that we're experiencing on some apparently agreed upon reality, especially if you subscribe to the notion that there are others other than yourself here. You
I
remember?
remember, yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Let's hear it. I like this timeline where you remember.
Well, no, it's like, okay, just going past the graveyard. It's just
Oh.
fantastic. Go past the graveyard and go, how much human experience does this represent, you know?
Oh, I love that.
I know.
know.
Just go down there.
Like a
Oh my God.
sponge.
Yeah, right.
Soaked.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. There's all this so represents how many lifetimes or whatever, just human experience is that
Yes.
is laying out there, you know. So.
Yes. Yeah, so beautiful. How much human experience.
And I've been playing with what is it? I forgot the word. Inexpressible grief.
Inexpressible grief.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's so many people, there's so many things that have happened here, and people are just grieving over it, right? They hear about this little whatever that happened.
Yeah.
It's just and it's just inexpressible, you know.
Ah.
But then people want to express it. I say, well, that's just if you just let it be inexpressible, it'll just undo. I said, humanity's rooted in inexpressible grief. You just can be compassionate that that's all there is here. which equates to its opposite. Whew, yeah, it is. I know. It's
Inexpressible joy.
inexpressible joy. Exactly.
So beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's expressible and never expressible.
Yeah, we think so. That's what we do here. We try to express these inexpressible things.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm. So beautiful. The poetry of it all.
Yeah, and the compassion and everything's built on that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah,
And all of it
wow.
so welcome.
Oh man, you're so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so wondrous. It's so very wondrous. Everything necessary until it's not. And so innocent, the expression of grief, the
Right, human
experiences that can
beautiful.
come up. It's human beautiful, right?
Exactly right. Yeah.
And how beautiful also where it's not even a conscious thing. It's like it can be the body's expression, pre-verbal. Uh, yeah, it reminds me of a beautiful ayahuasca um, ceremony uh, that I facilitated. It was a private one a couple of months ago. And this beloved, it was during a particular Ikaro that I sing in support of tapping into and allowing any inexpressed in the unconscious way, any inexpressed grief, emotions, feelings to be liberated. This is one of the gifts of allowing our feelings to be as they are. We discover that we're not the ones that are being liberated by our sadness. It's like a lot of times in our identification with feelings and with grief, it's like this grief has me by the throat. This sadness has me in its grip. This fear, this doesn't let me go. And we have this notion that we need to be the ones to get liberated from these feelings, these sensations. And the moment we allow them to be as they are, the moment we stop is the moment we move from experiencing the moment through the lens of ego, separation, identification, and meet it from the open, indescribable aliveness that is our true nature. In that openness, which is allowing, which is forever allowing, forever accepting, forever welcoming, we discover that we're not the ones that get liberated, but we are the liberators. We liberate the feeling. We liberate the sadness. We liberate the fear. We liberate the guilt. We liberate the shame. We liberate whatever is present gets liberated. It's like these hungry ghosts all of a sudden are met with the light and self-releasing, gone at their inception. So this beloved in ceremony, in private ceremony, as I'm singing this Ikaro, she starts wailing and wailing and crying louder and louder and louder and louder. And I sang the Ikaro as long as she was crying and feeling the energy and noticing how the medicine was moving and what needed to be released and expressed. And then afterwards, she shared during integration that in that moment, as the Ikaro was happening, all of a sudden she found herself in this space holding hands with all of the mothers of her lineage, from her mother's side and her father's side, the mothers, the grandmothers, the great grandmothers, all the way down. That was really hard to see. Is that Mama calling? All the grandmothers. Oh, yay! Like the lineage. Oh, good. Holding hands like this, and that from one moment to the next. Let me put this on Do not disturb. As she's holding hands and looking and seeing the faces of her ancestors, the mothers of her past, of her present, of her on the medicine, no time is, there's no allegiance to time as linear. And then towards the end, one of them ripped out her throat and shoved it into the mouth of the other, and ripped out her throat and shoved it into the next one. And they were all ripping out their throats, shoving it into each other's mouths. Choo, 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 choo. So they got to her, and that's when she started wailing and crying and screaming. And they were saying, cry for us, sing for us, speak for us. You know, we come from a space of so much suppression, so many false ideas about our emotional bodies, about our grief, about our sadness and what it means, and how it's undesirable, and how it's going to swallow us whole, and take control of our lives, and not allow us to show up with joy or with, and it's just amazing to me, this human beautiful option where we discover, so sweet to allow, so sweet to allow. And in that allowing, we get to meet these sensations and these emotions from a whole other vantage point. When we're hiding from them and running from them, we're like, we don't even look at them. But the moment we start welcoming them, we get to really discover their true nature. And this is the space where they're expressible and they're not expressible, because they're not even what we thought they were. Grief isn't actually grief. Sadness isn't actually sadness. Depression isn't actually depression. Despair isn't actually despair. Namaste isn't limited to beloveds in Lululemon outfits in yoga studios. Namaste is for every single atom in existence, all of phenomena. The light as me, the true nature as me, recognizes and greets the true nature as you, whatever the appearance might be, whatever the situation, whatever the circumstance. It only seems to be that, but not really that. And that is what we discover in our willingness to finally put down the war, to finally put down the avoiding strategies, to finally put down the replacing strategies, to finally put down the indulging strategies, and just meet them face to face, heart to heart, self to self. And that's, not what we thought it was. True nature, consciousness, God saying peekaboo to itself. God saying, this was for your karma. This particular appearance was specifically orchestrated just for you to discover there's never been a you, nor an orchestration. It's just the sweetest. And this is the sense of, you know, it's beautiful to discover the option to live a human life, very human with all the human things, and to also discover that in that human life, there is the option to be completely at the feet to all of your experiences in utter, inexpressible gratitude, indescribable gratitude. Just so grateful for every last moment of insanity, of despair, of fear, of the worst that could ever happen, plot twists, of the best that could ever happen, plot twists. All the relationships, all the experiences, all the mishaps, all the mistakes. I love how Byron Katie, in her recognition of her true nature and what is, and the gift she gave this world with her version of self-inquiry, that was already a part of our species, self-inquiry, most popular with Ramana Maharshi's Who Am I? And then Byron Katie's Is It True? Can you absolutely know that it's true? How do I react when I believe that thought? Who would I be? Who was I before that thought? Who would I be without that thought? And so this beloved was not familiar with spiritual things, kind of like my experience, where I wasn't aware of any spiritual or non-duality or gurus, or maybe I'd seen a couple here and there, but never thought about it as a 16-year-old growing up in Miami with a big Latin influence, being Latin myself, traveling South America. There wasn't a lot of gurus around or chanting monks around at this point. And so when people would come to Byron Katie's door, because they saw that a light was on, it's like in the willingness to be oneself. Here's the satsang hall is open, and and beloveds come, feelings come, emotions come. There's just one of us here, you know, and these energies look for an escape route. And if you have an open heart, these energies are like, oh, right over there. I can be transmuted like this. I don't have to wait 27,000 years before I get transmuted. It can happen here. Before I get met, it could happen here. And and when they would come to her and they would say namaste, namaste. And Byron Katie heard them say, no mistake, no mistake. No mistake. She was like, oh, everyone's so enlightened. Everyone knows there's no mistake. Absolutely no mistake. No mistake. No, she's like, oh, no mistake. That's so cute. And that's one of the sweet options that we discover in meeting this life, not through the mind that is full of mistakes and full of shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and full of this should have happened and that should have happened, and if onlys and when, hopefully, when, and in the openness of the heart, all is subsumed. All serves, all is in support, all announces, all is all, and all is well. Yeah. Did you want to share something else, Jim?
I don't know, not in the moment.
Not in the moment. Okay.
I'll share something that
Yay.
So in the summer, I volunteer at grief camp for children.
Yay.
And when you were talking about the grief, there's a sweet like mindfulness exercise that they do from a Japanese tradition where there's like
Yeah.
a phone booth, but it's an old-fashioned like dial the phone with your
Nice.
fingers, and it's just like a phone booth in the woods. And you can go in there and talk to your special person or your special people or whoever, whatever you're grieving or whoever you're grieving. Or
Oh,
so it's such a really beautiful like offering for people to just sit with whatever they're present
yeah.
with,
Yes.
and just how often we don't always grant that space or give that
Right.
to marinate, because you go in there not knowing what you're gonna say or what's gonna unfold, and then it's such a powerful like non-agenda-less place to just
Yeah.
see what, like, that the witness, if you're the
Right.
witness, or yeah, just be with.
Right. Right.
So I thought of that when you were saying the grief.
So beautiful. So valuable.
And that's what I was thinking of, but just allowing it. You can't express it, you know. Like,
Right. Right. And no need to express it. Reveals something deeper. And in that expression, it's just liberation. It's this moment with itself.
so you were talking about wailing. I don't
Yeah.
relate to whaling particularly, but when my dad passed,
Yeah.
and unexpectedly kind of, and then my mom, we went to go visit afterwards, and she doesn't even remember this because I've talked to her about it, but anyway, when I said, well, "How are you doing?" Well, she says, "I didn't realize I could be so loud," because she's never expressed her emotion, just she's
Right.
never harbored her. She never had them to harbor in the first place. She's very happy. I mean, she's just, she just doesn't have those.
Yeah.
So she's never really had that, And so, anyway, so when I went and talked to her, she says, "I just never realized I could be so loud."
So
I
the
go,
sweetie.
What do you mean, Mom?" "Well, so loud." I said, "Really?" I said, What do you mean?" "Wailing."
Oh, how sweet. Yes.
I go, "Yes, Mom, you're on the, you're
Yes.
there."
Yes. Yes.
It was just so sweet.
That is so very sweet. Yeah. And of course, it's so fascinating looking at our history. There's been such suppression
Yeah, well,
with
she
our
never was
feelings and
loud.
our
She never
emotions.
expresses anything loud at all. So
Right.
yeah,
And never probably never encouraged to, like
yeah,
most of
right.
the
Well, never. Yeah,
beloveds,
you're
and
right.
didn't see examples of it. Or if there was an example, it was like, oh, that person is
Yeah.
what let's we don't do that over here. That's yeah, and it's just so fascinating. All the suppression, all the so innocent. And it reminds me also of Byron Katie in one of her books. She was with her mom till the last instant, and a mind wide open, no argument with what is. And still, at her mother's funeral, there was a moment that she began wailing. And it's because we're so identified with just our conscious selves. But we're not just our conscious selves. We have pre-verbal embryo, 1 month old, 2 year old, 7 year old, 20 year old, like everything's here. And the body itself has its own relationships with body. It has its own language with other bodies. We think that the only communication and relationship that's taking place is the thought realm, the mind realm, the story realm. But bodies have their own relationship, their own experience. And it's just so sweet that we can be a space of compassionate allowing and loving presence for all the feelings, all the sensations, all the expressions that defy all of our ideas of what is enlightened, what isn't enlightened, what's good, what's bad, what's awake, what's not awake, what's non-dual, what's non-dual, what's freedom, what's not freedom. All the opposites. Opposite day. Forever. Yay. I love it. This conversation of grief just spilled into the satsang. So valuable.
I was doing the work Byron Katie's on the belief.
Uh-huh.
I believe there's a God.
Right. Is that true?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you absolutely know that it's true? That you believe in a God?
No.
So exciting. Yeah. And what was your experience in doing the work?
Keep going.
How do you react when you believe that thought?
It's, it's scary.
Yeah. It's scary. Yeah. How separate are you from that God when you believe that thought?
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Keep going.
yeah. And who would you be in this moment without the thought?
Can't see that it would change a thing.
Nothing's gonna change my world. Jayo Deva, Jayo Deva.
Because it's not in a belief, it's in trust.
Ah, and if you allow trust to be seen through,
There's nothing to trust. It's the most trustworthy.
yes. Yeah. What's the opposite of the thought?
Good thought.
Right. Which one is it?
We have mentioned several.
The one we were exploring, which
That
was,
there's a God. What's the opposite of
yeah.
that there's a God? Yeah. That there is no God.
It's so fun to play with these words that are so ingrained in the psyche. It's these concepts that seem so unquestionable,
Yeah, yeah.
uh, like sacrilegious to even dare meet or consider or see, venture to that point of truth telling or discovery.
The root assumptions.
The root assumptions, yes. It's like it's like in Finding Nemo when what?
In Finding Nemo, when they tell him, don't touch the boat, but then it comes out like, don't touch the butt. And he swims to touch the boat because why not?
Why not? I love that. I know.
Waiting behind saying, don't touch the boat.
Don't touch the butt. Don't touch the boat. Yeah, it's so powerful. Our willingness and our capacity to stop and consider these root assumptions. Like in my Machu Picchu moment, huge root assumption completely dissolved. The root assumption, I'm alive. And I could immediately see in that instant that in believing the root assumption, the rumor that you're alive as something separate from life itself, all the stories of an afterlife that arise from that one assumption that you're alive. There's this side of the veil, there's that side of the veil. There's this experience, then there's a near death experience, and there's full death experience, and that which is all wondrous permission. So it's still mind playing with mind. Anything that can be described, you're still in mind land, beloved, which is all wonderful and then really sweet. The option when it comes to freedom, if there is an earnest desire for that which will consume with a loving fire every last desire, But it was so exciting to recognize, oh my gosh, what an emphasis we have on this notion that we are alive as something separate from life itself. And who was the first human that explored and passed down the concept of death? Fascinating. Fascinating. We don't even realize that we live in these conceptual frameworks that are innocently remained. So what was the benefit in my experience to recognize the rumor of I'm alive as something separate? Any fixation there was on something called death completely dissolved and softened. And it was so clear there's nothing but life here, aliveness. And also the concept that I was inside of a body also completely dissolved. No, ever inside of a body. I could never fit. No one could ever. Our true nature is never fit inside of a body. These bodies, if they're anything at all, I mean, it was like I was turned inside out, and there was no inside or outside, and everything was inside. No inside, no outside, no this side of the skin, that side of the skin, this side of the eye, that side of the eye, this side of the screen, that side of the screen. Poof. Just one inseparable aliveness with itself, consciousness with itself, awareness with itself, freedom with itself, the Brahman with itself, the self with the self. So many root assumptions. Anyone have a root assumption you'd like to explore or that you just like to share? What are some other root assumptions? I mean, identity is so fascinating. I am this person. I am is a root assumption. My name, my gender. Oh my gosh, just so fascinating. The innocence in which we believe these stories. To the degree that we believe our root assumptions, it's to the degree that we're so available to be caught up in all kinds of religiosity, all kind of dogmatic horrors. Innocent, so innocent. And not that. There is the option for a closer walk with the mystery that is you, the unspeakable that is you, the untellable that is you. The overflowing aliveness that is you. It's okay to be here without a story, beloveds. It's okay to be here without an allegiance to identity. Emails still happen, planes still happen, plans still happen, life still happens, laundry still happens, cleaning still happens, toenails still happen, all the things still happen. And freedom, peace, love, joy, fulfillment, ease, delight, gratitude, preciousness, preciousness, precious. I notice my mind, what my mind does in walking around. The thing that I hear, what do I say in the side of my head always? I was laughing today at the mall. Any person I just walk by, just precious angel, sweet angel, precious, precious beloved. I'm in the car, everyone in the car. Ah, precious beloved, overflowing abundance, overflowing freedom, overflowing grace. That's the availability in not having an emphasis on these thoughts and these ideas. We discover mind's availability to be delighted in telling the truth about itself. Precious angel, precious love, infinite intelligence, loving abundance. The moments that start shifting this sense of other and separation, a lot of times we see another person and we think there's another person. Right, it's so good. Right, like there's another person there. Like, right, it's so fascinating. I know, it's really interesting, kind of like, let's say you're sitting here and we're seeing with the innocent limitation of how we can see. We have a very limited capacity to see. If we were high powered microscopes, for example, what would we see in front of us? And let's say I can see you, and then all of a sudden I zoom in a little closer and zoom in a constellation of atomic suns flashing out of existence at the most pure space, not limited by skin line, not limited by sacred geometric facial features, not limited, and delighted as all of that, but pure spaciousness, not held into any skin bag. There's no Ziploc bag of skin. Skin is wonderful to hold in the blood and the bones and the organs that also, at their core, aren't bones and blood. Spacious, 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 awareness. And then let's say we see through physical things. And then let's say there's non-physical thought form things, identity things, a sense of self, a sense of gender, a sense of nationality, a sense of, even if you imagine yourself to be a star seed, or all the descriptive layers, apparent layers. If body was so easy to see through, imagine those that have no form. Right through to awareness, pure awareness. It's like the space in this house is no different than the space in the other person's house and the space outside. It's all the same space, all the same awareness. Awareness here with itself. And then, like the screen that Jim's looking at, whatever appearances are on that screen, whatever words, whatever images, whatever videos. How many images appear on a screen in a day? Oh my gosh. So many. Zoom, 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 swipe, 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 up, scroll, scroll, scroll. No matter how many times we imagine other things on the screen, it's still just the screen. No matter how many times we imagine other things on the screen of awareness that's always present, it's still just awareness. Still just consciousness with itself. Still namaste, a true namaste. And so we notice the difference between living life through mind, that's all about separation and labels and blame and innocent, And then it's like, oh, we get curious about, okay, I know what it's like to be in this situation through separation, innocent, and let's explore being here as open presence. It reminds me of when I was in Maui snorkeling and in total open, aware presence, noticing all of this ocean appearing inside of me. And then a giant tiger shark was patrolling the perimeter of the reef that I looked down and was like maybe 30 feet away from me, but didn't even recognize me, didn't even see me, didn't even. And there was no sense of it there of doing anything or needing to run or needing to protect. In that moment, I'm willing for another moment to be like, holy the fuck shit, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Jesus, help me, Lord Buddha. Send me a bodhisattva with flippers and a snorkel. Save my, who knows where mind will go. But it was so interesting in that openness. It was like so clear. Oh, yeah, that's where it lives. That's doing its thing. And it's not at all interested in me in this form, whatever this form is. But it was so wonderful to be like, wow, how sweet. I imagine that if I was ever in that situation, I would freak the fuck out. And yet here I am, like, oh, of course. Look at that. And totally alive with the beauty of this emanation of consciousness. The stripes, the way the stealth way it moved, the strength, the availability. Oh my gosh, it was so majestic. Jim, you have something you want to read?
Well, I like to work, I guess, within a structure of some sort. So
How exciting.
and then playing, right?
Yeah.
So I went to write a poem.
Woohoo.
So it had 26 words in it, all starting with the first letter, A to Z.
Oh, okay, lovely.
It's actually called Z to A, but that's all right.
Za.
Yeah. So here's what it came. It says, any belief can deny ever finding God here. In just knowing love means no other pertinent question, revealing silent tuning, underlying vastness, while x-raying your zit.
While x-raying your zit. That's so beautiful. Zip. I love that. That's awesome. Anyone have a question regarding this exploration of root assumptions?
I thought of that when you're going in with your vision to her.
Yes. And was that
Looking.
helpful? Okay. Yay.
Is pain and trauma part of ego?
I so love that. Part of ego and part of consciousness. Part of ego only in the sense that pain and trauma can only exist with an ego. There. It's a reaching towards for the future and a pushing away the past. Attempting to project a past, drag a past onto the present moment. And it all has to do with identity, time, and cause and effect. And in the moment we meet it from open spaciousness, even if there is still a sensation or it's like also pain is not really what we thought it was. Trauma is not really what we thought it was. It's like they're all of a sudden met with a genuine, open compassion. And they don't have to walk around with their masks of who they've been told they were and who they think they were. And they get to reveal their true gifts and their true medicine, their true splendor. And in that, subsumed in this that has never been made into a thing, never actually been made into a thing. Seems as if it's been made into a thing a million times over. But in the openness of our willingness, it's clear not actually ever made into a thing. No independent nature anywhere to be found other than this that's here, that's always been here. This here, not limited to heres that are ticks and tocks on clocks, but the unmoving here. You want to share something?
I guess just what keeps going through my mind is okay here. But as soon as I walk out of here,
Yeah.
as soon as there's other things,
Yes.
and I guess every time you talk about it, I just, no, it just makes me sad that I can't
Yeah.
feel that. I can't see what you see,
Yeah.
even in ceremony, as we know. I mean, am I that? I don't know.
Well, one
Closed.
thing, well, this is the thing. You know, there was a time that I had that same sense of a sense of not being good enough, or not being whole enough, or not being pure enough, or not being awake enough, or not being enlightened enough, or not being and longing for when is that moment going to happen and what can I do to
How can I see that?
how can I see that, right? Yeah, how can I see that? And in this moment, so if you see that, if you do see that, what do you imagine that would give you?
Peace,
Peace.
openness, the openness that you
Openness.
talk about. Like
Right.
it's still
Right.
in my
So,
head.
right.
I get the concept,
Right.
but I don't get the sense that I don't do it. I can't. It's like listening to you sing. I can't do that either. You know, it's like I love that. I wish I could do that,
So
but trust me,
funny.
I can't.
It's so
You know,
funny.
like it's that same thing. Like
It's so fun.
I want that,
It's
but I don't know
so
how.
I so hear that.
It's so, like I said, the
And so in
concept is
this
not
moment,
there.
what's the sense that's present in your body in this moment? Okay, great. So that, yeah, that. And then what's this? What's the relationship with the? What's the subtext of that? What's the judgment around it?
I want that. I want what you talk about.
Right, but what's the judgment around that?
I don't. I don't know. That's what I keep talking about. Like the wall. I don't know. Like a wall that just, it's like,
Right.
I
How
can't
big
go
is the
past
wall?
it. Huge.
Let's make
Big.
it bigger. Can we get a construction crew, please? Bring all the cement, bring all the
Yes.
bricks,
Yes.
dismantle Machu Picchu and bring all them rocks over here. We're gonna let's the Great Wall of China. We're gonna use some of those rocks. Let's make a wall with mountains. Each mountain, stone. Let's let that wall be bigger and bigger and bigger. Let's let that wall be like the rings of Saturn. And in the presence of the wallness, for a moment, where do you feel wallness in your body? Yeah. And in this moment, let's just welcome the wall, the sense of wall. In other words, not have to be at war with it, or not have to tear it down, or not have to break through it, or not have to dismantle it, or not have to heal it, or not have to turn it into a crystalline structure. But just welcome the wallness. And let's welcome the wallness that may be present in the heart of countless beloveds on the planet. There's enough space here. Is there enough space here to welcome the wallness? Is there enough space here to welcome the planets, to welcome the galaxies, to welcome giant black holes? Yeah. What's your experience in just welcoming the sense of wellness?
Sad.
Sad. How big is the sadness? Is it bigger than the wellness? It's welcome the huge oceans of sadness. Oceans. Oceans that aren't even limited to planets. Giant floating oceans, universes of oceans of sadness. And just welcome it. This moment's a safe space for sadness to finally just be itself, to be as big as it needs to be as sad as it needs to be.
I don't know why it's sad.
Yeah. Does sadness need a reason to exist? Does a tree need a reason to exist? Does a rock need a reason to exist? A grain of sand? Well, does mind need a reason to exist?
My mind is confused.
Excellent. That's a high state of consciousness. Confusion. This confusion. Let's see, let's welcome it. As big is this confusion as big as the sadness?
Pretty even.
Pretty even, yeah. Let's welcome confusion right now. Is there enough space here? Is there enough openness here for confusion to just be itself? Never needing to not be confused, never needing to understand anything, never needing to fill out that questionnaire or solve the problem, never needing to be put on a chalkboard or not put on a chalkboard, never needing 1,000 Einsteins to solve the Rubik's Cube of confusion, and just allowing it. the confusion. So welcome the confusion of all the worlds, the confusion of this planet, the confusion of any other planet ever exist. Welcome the confusion. There's enough space here. Free to be confused. Free to exist. What's your experience? Hmm?
Oh, I just feel embarrassed.
Oh, let's welcome embarrassment. That's sweetie. That's one of the sweeties that's barely ever welcomed. That sweetie's shoved in all kinds of corners, all kinds of things. Yeah, that sweetie is always. So in this moment, you can put the mic down and just welcome embarrassment. Is there enough room for embarrassment? And make the embarrassment bigger. Oceans of embarrassment. Oceans of cringe. Oceans of hiding. Oceans of. Let's welcome. There's enough space here, enough permission for wallness, for sadness, for confusion, for embarrassment. What else we got? Diarrhea. There's room here. Diarrhea. I mean, we're so afraid of all these words and all these experiences. What else? Let's see what's really here. You pass the mic. We don't want to deprive our
Speaking of
listeners from a
diarrhea.
diarrhea story.
Speaking of diarrhea, this came up today. This came up today. I was playing this. It's like this Candyland game, but it's like a teamwork game, and I was playing it with a 12-year-old, and it's all about learning about like different herbs. Like it was just like a game made by a local herbalist.
I love that.
And diarrhea came up because it's one of the like spots on the game board. And he was embarrassed that that was the card that came up.
Ah, so
So
sweet.
we're connecting the dots.
I so love that. I so love that. That's one of the gifts of the jungle medicines, ayahuasca medicines. You're in a room of all kinds of beloveds who spent their whole lives not wanting to vomit in front of anyone, not wanting to shit their pants in front of anyone, not wanting to. And then there you have it, boom, in the medicine. No control. No. The sweet gift. But yeah, we imagine that we are like flawed because of these sensations that arise. And we imagine that they're who we are. But in the moment that we're just like, oh wow, let's meet it. Because usually we're like, I'm embarrassed. And we're like, oh. And then we're just like, just do everything we can to like not be seen and to like, and then we're like, I'm sad. And it's like, oh no, I need to get rid of this. I'm so sad and I'm going to be sad forever. I'll be sad for the rest of my life. And my grandmother died of sadness. And I'm going to be just like her. And this happened and that and this. It's like we just, and then confusion. I'm just all confused and I'm just going to stay confused forever. And whatever it might be, you have the capacity to just meet it and allow it This again frees it. When we are like, I'm the one that's embarrassed, I'm the one that's confused, I'm the one that's sad, I'm the one that has a wall, we're doing everything we can, imagining that we need to be free of it. I'm in Wall's prison. I'm in fear's prison. I'm in sadness's locker room. I'm in confusion's maze. Whatever it might be. And what we were doing in that moment was not running away from it and not making a story about it and not saying that you had to fix your chakras and that you had to fix your third eye and that you had to fix your assemblage point and that you had to do anything, that you had to go to therapy, which all of that can have its place. Again, all is divinely necessary until it's not. And what we don't usually recognize as an option is the option to just be slayed by it, open to it, welcome it, not fighting it. You're free to be here. Kids on a playground. There's a kid named Wall. There's a kid named Sadness. There's a kid named Confusion. There's a kid named this. There's a kid named... And it's like, oh, you're welcome on this playground. Be yourself. Do your thing. My nervous system is not at war with you. What does that feel like to not be ashamed by the feelings and the sensations, or to not identify with them so much? And if identity comes out, another kid on the playground, identity. You're so welcome, identity. It's an option. There was a moment. Yeah, really sweet. Yay, those sweet moments. Yay, the moments. This is, we just get familiar with the openness we are. We're not just our story of who we are. We're not just our thoughts. We're not just a tumbleweed of Jesus in the poem I wrote the other day. We're not just closer, deeper, more open. Precious angels, these feelings, these sensations, these emanations, each so precious, each so allowed to have a full life. Ego's innocent reaction to itself, precious angels, so allowed enough space, enough room for identity to have its reactions, its resistance, its defensive stances, its wars. So much permission here. Bottomless. And this permission is synonymous with peace. Oh. Let's see if I remember this song. Maybe I can just play it on my phone. And sing along to it. It's a song I wrote called In Thought. I shout at those I love when I believe the thought that I'm not loved. When I believe the thought I'm not good enough. When I believe in thoughts, I close my heart. When I believe some thought of who you are, when I believe them is in the dark, when I believe in thought. I and curse my dreams when I believe some thought I have to be, when I believe of me, when I believe in thought. On the floor for days I believe in that. To avoid this pain, when I believe, gods that always change, when I believe in thoughts. I used to feed such hungry ghosts, and now I am the food of the unknown, blessedly swallowed whole. I used to turn my face from life. Now life sees it, sail the roads when I believe the thought that I'm not loved, when I believe the thought I'm not good enough, when I believe in thought, 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 thought. In thought, here to here, circa 2003. Thank you for this sad song, loves. Such an honor, such a joy. So sweet. Am I here next week? No, next week's the week I'm not here. 17th. But I am the 24th and the 1st. Have a beautiful week and thank you, beloveds. You're welcome to leave a donation if you like that little thing or online at Venmo Ruiz. There's some fun retreats happening. There's a Sedona non-dual plant medicine retreat, February 20. It's a 5-day. The last weekend from Wednesday to the last weekend of February. There's also a 2 4E retreats with my dear friend Deborah Silverman on the 4 elements happening in Kauai in March. These are the end of March. There's also a retreat in Asheville, North Carolina, non-dual plant medicine retreat, 5-day in April. There's also in May. What's happening in May? May's my birthday. June. June will be Aloha Huasca on the Big Island, a non-dual plant medicine retreat, 5-day as well, from the 8th to the 13th. There's also a non-dual plant medicine retreat in Costa Rica. Costa Rica, end of July. And then that's a 7-day retreat. And then August 3rd to August 13th, there is a Machu Picchu plant medicine retreat in Peru, in Cusco, Peru, where we're going to. Yes, I have all that information. It's so fun. And I haven't put it up on my website yet, so it's not on my website. But it will be. It will be on my website soon. And but you can always send me a message if you want specifics about any particular one that you are resonating with. And that's it so far. Then after August, September, 2 more 4E retreats here in Boulder. And we'll just stop there. Thank you, beloveds. Please reach out. You go to my website if you want private exploration and coaching and an education in the nature of mind. And next year, summer of next year, I am launching my Human Beautiful School of Embodied Liberation. So that's something that's going to be fun to look out for. All right. Bye, loves. Blessings. So